Good morning. Hi, Allison. Hi, Sam. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, everyone. I'm Allison Chance. I'm the treasurer of the Twinsburg Chamber of Commerce. I am happy to be here this morning and glad to see you all have joined us for our annual State of the City. And this is the mayor's last State of the City, so we're very, very excited to hear what's been going on in the city of Twinsburg. If you would please join me in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have something new with the 50-50 raffle. If you're all familiar with the 50-50 raffle we have been having in the past at the luncheons, now today for the breakfast, we decided that we're going to start something new. We're going to start a scholarship program. And 50% of the proceeds will go towards a student in the Twinsburg School District. So if you bought raffle tickets and you want to keep buying raffle tickets, please do, because it's going to a great, great cause. Every luncheon, we're still going to sell the raffle tickets and announce the winner, but be assured that we're setting the money aside for our scholarship program. So please buy more tickets. At this time, I'd like to introduce our main breakfast sponsor, and that is Tim Edgington, who's going to come up and talk about Edward Jones. Edward Jones is making sense of investing. Tim?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Tough morning to get up, get in. Nice ice cold with snow. So congratulations on everyone making it in though. So. Can I retire? When do I want to retire? What will retirement look like for me? How much do I have if I want to retire? Am I on track? What options do I have if I'm not on track? Do I need to save more? How much more? Can I retire early? How much do I need to spend? How long is it going to last? What if my expenses do go up? What do I do? What income sources do I have for retirement? Are they taxable? How should my portfolio be allocated now and at retirement? How do I stay on track? How am I going to pay for my kids' education? It's a lot. Can I help pay for my grandkids' education without worrying about gifting taxes? Can I get any more tax deductions? What if my retirement dreams get derailed? What if my spouse passes away too early? What income will I have? What if I get divorced or lose my job? What if I end up having to provide care to a family member? Can I leave a legacy for my children and my grandchildren? Will I have an estate tax issue? How can I move assets outside of my estate but still have income? Can I leverage my current assets to replenish the nest egg if something goes wrong? Do I have a written retirement income plan? Do I have a written retirement income plan? Do you think about how to make your dreams a reality? My name is Tim Edgington. I am an expert financial advisor with Edward Jones. I manage dreams. As we all know, dreams without goals lead to disappointment and regret. I can help you turn on your retirement GPS, manage your dreams, and make them a reality. What is a retirement GPS? Well, we're going to give one away today. But what's the first thing your GPS does? Turn it on, tells you here I am. Second thing, punch in your address. Hey, where do you want to be at retirement? Punch that in, and it gives you now your options. It tells you how long you're going to get there. Can you get there on time? Then you start driving. What does it do? It tells you exactly where to turn. What if you make that wrong turn? And we all know recalculating, right? But it helps you get back on track. I'm available for personal, confidential consultations where we can turn on that retirement GPS, manage your dreams, and make them a reality. My contact information is on the brochure that's on your table. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. I know my GPS always constantly tells me recalculating course, recalculating course. That's not something you want to hear about in the middle of your financial plan, so that's awesome. I'd like to introduce now our co-sponsor from COSI, Paul Marnichek. The COSI is the Council of Smaller Enterprises. Paul? Oh, there you go.
Good morning. My name is Paul Marnichek, and I'm from COSI. I want to thank Mayor Procop and the Chamber for the opportunity to speak. Just a real quick background of COSI. The purpose of COSI is to help small businesses be able to compete with the big boys. We were started in 1972 by a group of independent truckers that went on strike. They couldn't get health care. They were too small, nobody would touch them. They were all independent. The large firms were able to kind of start boxing them out, price control. So they realized individually, it'd be very easy for them to be cut down, for them to go out of business. But if they bound together, collectively, they could help each other out. From those beginnings in 1972, COSI is now 14,000 members strong across Northeast Ohio. We sponsor things like this breakfast, so we have a chance to get to know you, so that you know we're not this thing that's way up in Cleveland, that's only Cleveland focused. We cover about 8 or 9 counties. We work with local chambers to provide a great partnership where you can have local events like this, but also still have a regional feel, still have the ability to have a regional growth, reach. I put some materials at your table. We have a number of events coming up. The first one is our annual meeting. This is nice. It's a nice little portfolio. It's February 26th. It's going to be at the Music Box Supper Club. It is on the east bank of the Flats. It's going to be a wonderful opportunity. We're looking to have a few hundred attendees, give you a chance to do some networking, again, have a great meal, meet with some fellow small business owners, hopefully make some great connections. We also partnered with Crane's Business. I think many of you should have a copy of the Crane's Business on your table. That's included in a COSI membership. Okay? And every edition, in an effort to help small businesses, we realize this is something that can help you. The ability to have Cranes. So we've included it in our membership. We have a partnership with Cranes. Also, you'll see on the inside first page, every edition, we're going to do Small Business Matters. It's going to be a quick snapshot of what's going on in the small business community, what's some information we can give to you as the small business owner. Now, COSI is not only interested in business. We realize we live in a society where government does play a role in the small business. I see we have some elected officials here today. The reason I bring that up is on May 12th, COSI, with small business owners and individuals such as yourselves, will be going to Columbus, to our capital, to meet with elected officials, to meet with department directors, to make sure they know what small businesses are facing in Northeast Ohio. The actions they're taking that are great, but also some suggestions from small business owners, some areas we would like them to focus on, to perhaps make some changes to help the small business community. I'm very happy to talk to anyone afterwards. I think Cozy has something for every type of business. I have never encountered a small business owner that says, this is my business, and my response being, we can't help you with that. I've helped individuals that make aquariums, individuals that make rolled steel, all the way up to consultants. Every type of business, there's something for Cozy. Again, we have 14,000 members. We partner with local chambers because we believe in the small business community. It's one of the reasons we're so glad the Republican National Convention is coming here, because that means a lot of business for the small business community, so much so that we're actually helping small businesses find ways where they're able to make connections and actually get a piece of that incoming business. So thank you again for your time. I look forward to talking to many of you afterwards. Thank you.
We're always very, very excited about what goes on in the city of Twinsburg. Every year we're noticed and in the headlines for many different things. One thing that happened this past year that I was very, very proud of was that almost a year ago, it was February 24th, one of our Twinsburg residents, Corporal Joshua Brenner of the United States Marine Corps, received the Purple Heart for injuries received in Afghanistan. Lieutenant Colonel Pete McClure of the USMC and the 3rd Battalion, 25th Marines from Brook Park, Ohio, led the ceremony. Corporal Brenner's family and friends were present to share in this great honor that was bestowed on Joshua. And I would like to thank Corporal Brenner for his dedicated service to our country. It was quite a moving ceremony, so congratulations to him and his family. Twinsburg in the news. We received several recognitions last year. The first one was City's Journal ranked the city of Twinsburg as number 2 of the top 17 small communities in the state of Ohio. So that was a great ranking for the city of Twinsburg. We were number 7 on SafeWise's 50 safest cities list. Try saying that one. But number 7 out of 50 cities for being safe. That was a really notable mention for us. And also we were ranked number 38 in CNN Money Magazine's 50 best places to live in the nation. So I'll take number 38 in the nation. Also, we have consistently been rated in the top 10 by the Cleveland Magazine Rating the Suburbs article. Of the 77 communities that were ranked on neighborhoods, qualities of schools, safety, and tax rates, we secured the number 7 position. Also, what was notable in this article is that we were rated number 18 in education. And I give that credit. We have Kathy Powers here, superintendent of the Twinsburg Schools. Kathy? There she is. Twinsburg has an incredible school system, and under your leadership it is flourishing. I thank you and your staff doing a great job, and really number 18 out of 77 cities is pretty incredible. Also, Laura Leonard's not here from the Twinsburg Public Library, but I have to mention the Twinsburg Public Library. As you know, it's nationally recognized, and it's a wonderful, wonderful organization here in the city of Twinsburg. I believe Allison Chance is here. Allison, of course, she is. And Allison is the treasurer of the library. So congratulations to them for all the good work they do. I am really proud of one of the awards that we received this past year. The City of Twinsburg was a finalist in the 2014 Team Neo Plus Awards in the category of asset creation. We didn't win, but we were one of 3 finalists throughout the entire region. And that was for the redevelopment of the former Chrysler Twinsburg stamping plant property. The Plus Awards program recognizes economic development efforts throughout the 18-county Northeast Ohio region. These are cities that have helped retain companies, create jobs, and bring foreign investment to the region. And you will see here why the Chrysler site and the new Cornerstone Business Park was recognized for asset creation. A year ago, 2014, that was the remnants of the Chrysler stamping plant. Since that time, the 2.2 million square foot building has been totally removed, and what you see here in 2015 is FedEx going up. This is one of the first new companies here at Cornerstone Business Park. It is going to be a 300,000 square foot distribution center. So we're very, very excited about that. This is a 167-acre site that had to be cleared. There was environmental remediation that had to take place. There was mitigation that we had to do on that site. A lot of that money came from the State of Ohio's Clean Ohio Revitalization Fund. Vistar, which is one of the companies that is located on the Chrysler site, has now begun its second year of operations. Recently, the construction of a 200,000 square foot multi-tenant industrial building has been approved. And the first tenant in that multi-tenant building is going to be Bridgestone. So you can see we have taken from the ashes what was could have been a very, very bad site in the city of Twinsburg, and have created a wonderful cornerstone business park, and there's lots of activity and interest and new business coming to that business park. I have to thank the DiGeronimo Family Trust, Scannell Properties. They are investing over $12 million into the redevelopment of that property. And I would also like to recognize Hull and Associates. They helped us to obtain, the city to obtain, the $5.2 million in grants from the Job Ready Sites Fund and the Clean Ohio Revitalization Fund. So this is a project that was a collaboration between the city, between the owners of the property, and some really good state agencies. So again, we're very proud, and that's why we were recognized by Team NEVA last year. We have a couple of first annual noteworthy events that I would like to talk about today. The first is Taste of Twinsburg. This was a first annual event here in the city. It was bigger than anyone anticipated. Jen Charlton, who was in the gray t-shirt up there, she's a producer at Fox 8 News. She chaired the event, and several thousand people attended it. What was really cool about this event is that some of the proceeds from it, about $5,000, was donated to a program called Pause on Hunger. Now this program is a weekend program that feeds or helps to feed children in the Twinsburg school system. So what a great organization they were able to donate $5,000 to. The next time we have this event, it'll be the second event, it'll be on June 20th, and the chair will be Adam Hoon. So good luck, Adam, with chairing that event. Another first annual event in the city of Twinsburg was Luminosity. This was made possible through a collaboration between the city and township. The elves lit up City Hall, and then we all walked down Ravenna Road to the square, where the square was lit up, and they have a new centerpiece tree. As you can see, it's very impressive, very beautiful. Hot chocolate was served, and there was lots of fun and entertainment and treats for the kids. And I have heard from a reliable source that Luminosity will be coming back again this year. Well, we have fun in the city, but we also have a lot of business that goes on. So let's turn to our finance department and take a look at what was going on with our finances this year. Our income tax revenue from 2013 was $25 million. Last year, our income tax was $22.8 million. So as you can see, this is a decrease of about $2.2 million and about 8.7%. The reason for this decrease is that we removed a portion of our income tax. You may recall we increased our income tax to 2.25% for several years. Last year was the first year that was reversed back to 2%. So I'm still very, very pleased because we anticipated bringing in about $20 million in income tax revenue, and we brought in $22.8 million. So we did better than we had predicted, and I know that a lot of that is due to the wonderful economic development efforts going on here in the city of Twinsburg. The income tax revenue in the city is very, very important to us for our operations. City income tax provides 87% of our general revenue fund. And you might know here that property taxes only provides about $1.2 million. So again, the income tax revenue is very important to us. The ending balance in our general fund last year was $26.8 million. And this chart here shows just 10 years ago, in 2005, our ending balance was $4.1 million. Actually, that's I'm sorry, we have a different chart with that figure, but the general fund balance, again, last year was $26.8 million, 2005 it was $4.1 million. So every year we have been increasing our general fund balance. We have some up years, some down years, but we are headed in the right direction. So great job in economic development here in the city of Twinsburg. Also, last year the city spent $1.5 million more than its revenue collection. But yet we still managed to keep our expenses 14% under budget. Great job, department heads, finance department, for watching your expenses and spending our money prudently. In capital improvements, we completed over $3.9 million in infrastructure projects last year. A couple of those projects included the total reconstruction of Warren Parkway and Westwood Drive. Our general road program was over $877,000. The city maintains 182 lane miles of roadway. Those are the roads that we keep plowed. We try to keep the potholes at a minimum. We pick up the branches, the leaf collections. That's a lot of lane miles. It is our goal over a 5-year period to repair or replace 6% of those roads. We have to have a goal in mind. Tim Edgington mentioned goals before, so that is what we strive to do, so that on a rotating basis our roads are always in good repair. This year, I will admit, the potholes have really, I think, we're losing the battle against them, but we're trying. We have filled thousands of potholes this year. Last year, the city obtained $1.4 million in federal grants and interest-free loans. That means we leverage 9 cents on every dollar that we spent. And in 2015, we have budgeted $6 million for capital projects and purchases. Let's talk about what some of those capital projects will be. Engineering is undertaking several big projects in 2015. The reconstruction of Hillsdale Drive, again about $770,000. And the State Route 91 Improvement Project. This will be a road reconstruction and widening from Post Road to Glenwood Drive. At Glenwood Drive and the intersection of State Route 91, there will be a roundabout. After considerable studies, we have determined that a roundabout is the safest way to travel through an intersection. In fact, I believe that we have some information on roundabouts so that you can become familiar with them on your tables. This project is a $5.3 million ODOT project, but our portion, the city portion of it, will be $470,000. We're starting that project this year, 2015. The installation of the roundabout will probably be next year in 2016. Another big investment for the city of Twinsburg is Glen Eagles Golf Course. The city is currently investing in the largest course improvement program since we purchased the course in 1996. We have an expansion of the driving range, which has provided more grass area plus 6 new target tees. We have upgraded the irrigation system. We still have a portion of that to do, but we're getting there. And we have a new 6,500 square foot putting green. The old putting green was 3,000 square feet, so you can see we've more than doubled the size of this putting green. Other course improvements include tee boxes, bunkers, and wider fairways. And all of this is going to make your enjoyment of the game much more enjoyable at that course. And we have another way you can enhance your golf experience. We have a Glen Eagles Golf Course app. So if you're going to play golf on Glen Eagles this year, you may as well download the app. You can set your tee times and check your scoring. It's a great way for you to keep up with what's going on at Glen Eagles, and we're very proud of that technology. We are also reviewing plans for a new clubhouse, banquet center, and restaurant at the course. It would be a great venue for golf outings and community events. Right here, this is just a concept, but we are looking at a potential clubhouse right off of what is now hole number 9. And those plans will be shortly presented to the Planning Commission, to Council, and they will make the decision on if we're going to go forward with that. But again, we are investing in this asset because it truly is a great asset for our community. Every 5 years, council appoints 12 residents to the Comprehensive Plan Committee, and their task is to review and update our comprehensive plan, which is the city's planning document. The 2014 plan was reviewed by after being recommended by the Comprehensive Plan Committee to Planning Commission. They reviewed it, they gave their input, and then they recommended it to City Council, who adopted it in August. Technical assistance for this plan was provided by the U.S. EPA's Project for Public Places, also from Planning Director Larry Finch, Assistant Planner Lynn Muter, and City Engineer Amy Moore. On your tables, you will see a roadmap to Twinsburg's future. I would encourage you all to, if you're interested in taking one or at least taking a look at it. It is the executive summary of our comprehensive plan. Planning decisions are based on that kind of community information that we're showing you in this executive summary here. I'm just going to point out a couple cool facts that I thought were of interest in the plan. Under demographics, our city is aging. 20% of the population is over the age of 59. I qualify. And so do a lot of my friends. But anyway, the population in the city of Twinsburg is aging. And yet the school-age children, that age group is stabilizing at about 19%. So I thought that was pretty interesting because for so long the school-age children were surpassing, were the largest growing segment in the population. Also from land use, 33% of the land in the city of Twinsburg is residential, and 22% is parks and open space. So almost a quarter of the land in the city of Twinsburg is reserved for open space and recreation. And that is municipally owned. I think that's great. Especially because it's not even owned by a park system, it's owned by the city of Twinsburg. So we're very, very proud of that. Another area that we looked at was transportation. Our goal with transportation is to have a system of complete streets which encourages multimodal transportation methods. Again, the younger generation in particular is looking at biking and other ways to get around a city and to other cities, and this is one of the objectives that we found out in our comprehensive plan. We have an entire section highlighting the central area plan. This is a mixed-use district, which means it will be comprised of both residential and commercial. Residential is very, very important, especially around the center of a square, so that it can support commercial activity and that we can provide connectivity through sidewalks and trails and make it a more dynamic destination place. So this is a concentration of the comprehensive plan that we are working on, and hopefully within a few years we will begin to see that concept plan can come to fruition. Partnerships are very, very important to any organization, but especially to a community. I would like to talk a little bit about our partnership with Summit Metro Parks. Summit Metro Parks entered into an agreement with us when we purchased Liberty Park in 2001. Summit Metro Parks is responsible for the passive recreation. The city of Twinsburg is responsible for the active recreation. Keith Shai started talking to me about 5 or 6 years ago about building a nature center at the park. And finally, that dream of his is coming true. This May 20th, will be the grand opening of a 3,900 square foot nature center. And it is absolutely incredible. There's a big fireplace. I think you can kind of see the chimney there between the roof lines of the building. There's a fireplace in the building. And it's just really incredible. This is part of an amphitheater here. There's an open-air shelter. It's a gateway to the Ledges Trail. So I'm just really proud that we have this partnership with Metro Parks. I have to thank Keith Shai directly, because not only their participation at Liberty Park, the 900 acres, but it was a driving force for Keith Shai to encourage the park commissioners to continue purchasing property in that area. And this region now has a 3,000-acre park, when you include the 900-acre Liberty Park, 3,000-acre regional park, and really it's attributed to Keith Shai. So congratulations, Keith, and again, I encourage you to come up and check out that nature center when it opens in May. As you know, I'm in my 16th and last year as serving mayor of this fine city, and it has truly been an exciting and fulfilling career. I have had an amazing opportunity to help shape the direction and the future of the city of Twinsburg, and I have enjoyed all of it. What I've enjoyed most, though, is working with the terrific employees here at City Hall. I have gained great respect for them as I see firsthand their challenges and their accomplishments. I'm not a fire chief, a police chief, an engineer, a finance director, so I rely on their knowledge and expertise. They have invested in their careers and they continue to learn and grow through ongoing education and training. I trust them and I have confidence in their decisions and in their advice. They seldom receive the recognition and appreciation that they deserve, and that's true. There's so many days that I just want to give them an extra pat on the back because they really do work hard. So this is why I'm going to spend the next several minutes recognizing the employees who deserve the real credit for taking Twinsburg to the level of prominence that it has achieved. Let's start with our Public Works Director, Chris Campbell. Chris has a total of 31 years of service in the city of Twinsburg. He attended the University of Akron. He is a Class 4 operator, wastewater works, and Class 1 operator, water supply. He manages an $8.5 million budget and has a total of 60 employees in the divisions of service and wastewater. John Adams, in that division of wastewater, is the superintendent at the wastewater treatment plant. He runs a big operation. It's a 5.8 million gallon per day capacity plant, and here he is with many of his technicians. These guys are scientists and chemists. It's a very technical division here in the city of Twinsburg. It has to operate every day of the year, 24 hours a day, and also has to be compliant with all of the EPA regulations. Also in our Public Works Department, under the direction of Chris Campbell, is our Service Department and General Superintendent, Ken Jakowski. And I love this table. We talked a little bit about all the jobs that the Service Department does, the potholes and maintaining the roads and plowing. But this year they took something else under their wing, and that's the park maintenance part of it. And their goal is to enhance the maintenance and beautification of all our park facilities and trails. When I asked Chris about his job, what he's most proud of, he says, "I am most proud of the people in the departments. The dedication and commitment to their jobs is what makes us as a city successful." Nice job, guys. Larry Finch is our Director of Community Planning and Development. Larry has a BA in Urban Geography from the University of Akron, a post-baccalaureate in Marketing, Business Logistics, GIS, from the Ohio State University, which is the home of the 2014 Undisputed National Champions. And he has a Master in Public Administration from the University of Akron. He is a member of the American Institute of Certified Planners. He became a city planning consultant for the city in 1996 and became full-time in the year 2005. Lynn Muter is his assistant city planner. I mentioned her about the comprehensive plan. Larry oversees the divisions of building and engineering. And when I asked him what he was most proud of, he says, "I am most proud of the redevelopment effort at the former Chrysler stamping plant. This was a multifaceted effort that began by organizing the first closure response meeting after we got news from the bankruptcy court. We were fortunate enough to see the sale of the property to Twinsburg Industrial Properties. City administration supported my efforts on the EDA grant and recovery action plan, a document that I am particularly proud to have directed and authored. It has indeed been a challenging process, but the greater the challenge, the more satisfying the reward." And Larry, I just want to thank you because you were all in on that project and you did a great job. Thank you, Larry. Building Commissioner, Russ Rodick. Russ Rodick will have 28 years of service in June. He has an associate degree in applied science and civil engineering technologies and the following state of Ohio certifications: building official, building inspector, residential plans examiner, residential plumbing inspector, and electrical safety inspector. In 2014, the building division issued 937 permits for a total of $14.4 million in construction improvements. And that includes the 27 permits for new single-family houses here in the city of Twinsburg. And I'm sure you see many of them going up at the Corporate's Farm development, which is a beautiful, beautiful new development here in the city of Twinsburg. Besides Russ, there are 4 full-time employees who do inspections and permit applications. And that's that table over there. Hi, guys. Thank you. And Russ says, as the chief building official for the city of Twinsburg, I take pride in bridging the gap between community stakeholders, plans, and dreams. Also from the Department of Community Planning, the Division of Engineering, municipal engineer, Amy Moore. Amy began her career in Twinsburg in the year 2000. She's a professional engineer, that's a PE after her name, has a Bachelor of Science degree in civil engineering from the University of Toledo. And Amy, I think you used to be Rocket, the mascot there in Toledo, so I was hoping I'd have a picture, but I didn't. She is the vice chairman for AMAT's Technical Advisory Committee and routinely represents the city at the AMAT's Policy Committee meetings. She was a project manager for Burgess & Kneippel in charge of transportation and municipal project development and design, and worked for the Summit County Engineers Office as their drainage engineer. The engineering department consists of 6 employees, including an assistant director, Dan McZadlow, and a GIS tech, Greg Harwell. Amy's quote is, "The engineering department has a dedicated staff of individuals that make my job enjoyable. Over the past 15 years, the department has brought in over 28 million, and that's 28 million with an M, dollars in state and federal grants loans for roadway and trail projects." Nice job, Amy. Thank you. Our finance director for the city of Twinsburg, Karen House. Karen has a Bachelor of Arts degree from Cleveland State University and a Master's of Business Administration from the University of Phoenix. She has Public Funds Investment Management certification from the state of Ohio and serves on the Regional Income Tax Agency Board as our representative. She's a member of Government Finance Officers Association and member of the Municipal Finance Officers Association of Northeast Ohio. She's been the finance director for the city of Twinsburg for 6.5 years, but she has 28 years in local government, public finance, and accounting. Karen, along with her team, Michelle Azudin, who does payroll, and Jennifer Simon, an accounts payable receivable, manages a $61 million budget. As the finance director, Karen says, "I am most proud of my staff, Jennifer and Michelle, who took on challenges confidently in an effort to streamline workflow and enhance productivity. Their willingness to give 100% cannot be ignored. It is a pleasure having them as part of my staff. When thinking of them, I think of the following quote." So Karen is now quoting Oprah Winfrey. "Lots of people want to ride with you in the limo. What you want is someone who would take the bus with you when the limo breaks down." Great quote. Brian Miner, General Manager, Glen Eagles Golf Course. He's a graduate. He looks happy out there in the sun. He's a graduate of the University of Mount Union, Sports Management and Business Administration, member of PGA America, member of Northern Ohio PGA President's Council. He has managed Glen Eagles Golf Course since 2001, and he has been instrumental in bringing junior golf to Glen Eagles, as well as many new outings and helping out various charities. The Glen Eagles staff is committed to providing exceptional service, Brian says, and value to our clients. Our staff is always brainstorming and implementing new ideas on how to maintain our current customers while generating new clients in an ever-challenging golf industry. And hence, that's why we have the new Glen Eagles Golf app. Nice job, Brian. Director of Golf Maintenance at Glen Eagles Golf Course is Jim Roberts. Jim has an associate degree in applied science turfgrass management at The Ohio State University. He has a State of Ohio certified licensed applicator and has been with the city for 19 years. He's responsible for managing the upkeep and maintenance of the 150-acre Glen Eagles Golf Course. Here you see him with many of his maintenance workers in their shop. He is in the second year of helping to manage and coordinate the major renovations and upgrades that amount to $1.2 million at Glen Eagles Golf Course. These renovations and upgrades are based off of a master plan from golf course architect Brian Huntley. And Jim says, as a resident and employee of the city of Twinsburg, I am proud to be part of the transformation of Glen Eagles Golf Course since the city took ownership in 1996. It has become a fun, recreational experience for our residents and an asset to our community, and it truly is. Nice job, Jim. Thank you. Turning now to our fire department. This is Chief Tim Morgan's first year on the job as chief. The chief attended The Ohio State University and the University of Akron. He has certifications from the Ohio Fire Executive Academy. He's a fire safety inspector and fire service instructor. He's co-director of the Summit County Technical Rescue Operations Team and of Ohio Region Number 5, which is a 13-county organization, Collapse Search and Rescue Team. He's an instructor at the University of Akron for fire and hazardous material training and an instructor for Bowling Green State University at the Ohio Fire School. Chief Morgan heads up 32 full-time and 10 part-time fire medics in the department who have excelled in training and technology. Assistant Chief Steve Basso and Assistant Chief Steve just came on board a short while ago. Has 24 years of total service with the city of Twinsburg, and I have to truly credit him with the leadership and formation of the CERT team. Great job, Steve. He took that under his wing and ran with it, and that is a great volunteer organization here in the city of Twinsburg. The command staff is rounded out by the captains, Mickey Hobart, Don Simon, and Jim Hartung. Chief Morgan says, it's a pleasure to work with this outstanding group of people on this well-respected fire department within such a great city. And it's an immense source of pride to consider that I may have had even the smallest part to do with it. Thank you, Chief. Chief Chris Noga, Twinsburg Police Department. Chief Noga has a BA from Baldwin-Wallace University, a Master's in Criminal Justice from Villanova University. Also from Villanova University, he has certification in Human Resources, Management, and Strategic Organizational Leadership. He has 18 years of service in Twinsburg, 9 of those years as the chief. He manages 45 employees who are patrol officers, dispatchers, and Detective Bureau investigators. His assistant chief is Bob Gonjeski, and lieutenants are Tom Mason and Jim Scarrow. I'm probably saying these so fast that you don't really get to focus on the faces, but here he is with his lieutenants and sergeants. This year, the department will be hiring 5 new patrol officers, and those openings are due to retirements and to promotions. It is a real opportunity for the community and for the department. I know that you're very, very excited to have some new members join the force. So that test just took place, and we're underway with it. Chris Noga says, I am so proud of the outstanding reputation of the Twinsburg Police Department. We have a history of modeling the way for other suburban law enforcement agencies. We have continued to lead our peers by serving as positive examples to members of our profession. We are blessed with the support of a community that not only challenges us to be the best we can be, but rises up to support us in our greatest hours of need. Well said, Chief. Thank you. Parks and Recreation Director Derek Schroeder has a Bachelor of Science degree from Bowling Green State University, a Master's in Ecology from Akron University. He's a member of the Ohio Parks and Recreation Association and the International Festival and Events Association. Derek began his career in Twinsburg as a lifeguard in 1996. He became a full-time employee in 2002, and he was promoted to Director of Parks and Recreation in 2007. He is best known for the many events that he has brought to the city of Twinsburg. We already talked about Luminosity, but also the Rock the Park series, the Bog Sucker Strut and the Turkey Trot, which are 5K races, day camps, and so many other senior programs and fitness programs. The adult Easter egg hunt, which is coming up here shortly, sells out in 3 hours, so if you're interested, get your tickets now. Derek is also responsible for the fitness center and the senior center. He has a total of 12 full-time employees and more than 100 part-time employees, and during the summer, that swells to about 300 when you count the seasonal employees. Under the management of Derek is the fitness center. T.L. Thogmartin is the manager of the fitness center. He's a big guy. And he has been with us for quite a few years, since 1999. The center is going to be celebrating its 16th anniversary this year, and it is still vibrant and in great shape. We have wonderful membership there. T.L. Thogmartin was really instrumental in building the membership at the facility. It's over 7,000 members now, and maybe even more since I wrote that down, but it truly is growing all the time. So he's doing a great job, and our senior recreation coordinator, Laura Siefer, she is much loved by her senior patrons. She is proud of the fact that last year the Senior Center provided more than 6,800 transports for seniors to doctor appointments, shopping, and recreation programming. We have a van and we have a car that we use to transport seniors. They make appointments. I mean, it's a whole big operation, but again, a really well-used one and needed by our seniors. Over 6,800 transports last year. Congratulations, Laura. She does an amazing job. And Brandon Burns is our aquatics coordinator. Now, this news just came out the other day, but I have to let you know because he was recently selected to be a National IT Academy trainer for the American Red Cross National Headquarters. An IT, or instructor trainer, is the highest level of certification the American Red Cross grants in lifeguard training and water safety training. He will be working with other National IT Academy trainers to design and implement standards and training procedures for the American Red Cross IT program. Now here's the amazing part. In our 8-state region, only 2 people were selected for this, and one was Dr. Jim Counts from Northern Kentucky University and our Brandon Burns. So congratulations, Brandons. Derek says, I am most proud of my Parks and Recreation team that I get to work with every day. We are a cohesive unit, and everyone is vital to making the department run. I am reminded daily how much we can accomplish and how many lives we can impact with such a small yet ambitious team. Human Resources Director Colette Wolosnik has an SPHR, which is Senior Professional in Human Resources from the Society of Human Resources. She's also a professional in Human Resources and has a bachelor's in Business Administration from Kent State University. Colette also oversees the IT division. And in the IT division, here they are in the computer room, this is Don McCabe, who is the Senior Network Administrator, and Mark Gutowski, who is the Network Administrator and Webmaster. This is an incredibly large job. All of the technology in the city of Twinsburg is under their responsibility. And we're talking about the units in the police cars, the fire vehicles, the computers at the desks, the servers, everything that's done on the web pages. And these 2 guys do an amazing job. Colette says, I didn't even mention much about Colette's duties, but Colette, of course, does all the hiring and the training in the city, is responsible for getting the health care benefits coordinated, union contracts, another great big job. So thank you, Colette. Colette says, I am most proud of building both the HR department and the IT department from the ground floor up, and then developing those functions into the key roles they play today in achieving and maintaining compliant and efficient practices that support the city's team of dedicated employees. Great job to Colette and the IT guys. Our municipal law director, David Maestros. He was admitted to the Ohio Bar in 1990 after first obtaining a criminal justice degree from Bowling Green State University and a Juris Doctorate from Cleveland Marshall College of Law. He joined the city of Twinsburg in 1998 as our police prosecutor. In 2006, he was appointed as the city law director and served as the law director and prosecutor until 2013. He currently serves exclusively as the law director and assistant prosecutor. He oversees all civil and criminal matters originating in the city and advises city employees and elected officials. Our prosecutor is Frank Benny. Frank came on board about 6 months ago, and he is working great with our police officers. Also in that department, the secretary to the law department is Sandy Panzik. Dave says, a lawyer cannot always say that they are proud of their client, but I have never been hesitant to brag about Twinsburg and the small part I played in the growth of the city over the past 18 years. Great job. There's one person at City Hall that probably knows more about the history, names, and faces of the community than anyone else. She is my consultant, my confidant, my crony. She has a wicked sense of humor. She has traveled to all 50 states in the Union, and I think to most countries in Europe. So she's a world traveler. She loves art. It's a dead giveaway. That person's Adele Nykaza. And Adele and I were shedding a few tears yesterday when we were going over this. We've worked very, very closely for the last 16 years, and she's a dear friend. Adele has worked for several city managers and 3 mayors. Just being able to survive all of those politics has to speak volumes for her character and her tenacity. She made my transition to the office of mayor run smoothly and efficiently. There probably isn't a question that she can't answer or have the answer to in a matter of minutes. Her loyalty is unsurpassed, and I enjoyed every minute working with her. Thank you, Adele. Here she is with our friendly faces at the reception desk, Brenda Burns and Lisa Ferens. Every employee is special. They have commitment and dedication that is evident every day in the pride they take in performing their jobs. And this was a surprise picture they did for me. When I was running through my speech the other day and this popped up on the screen, I was totally amazed and I was just thrilled. And I hope that I get one that I'll be able to hang on my wall. Our streets are clean and clear of snow. Our neighborhoods are safe. People in distress are cared for. Roads and infrastructure are maintained. Parks and trails are appreciated and used. Economic development is thriving. New technology is evident in every department. This group of people really is a team. And Adele provided this proverb for me. It's an African proverb from the movie The Good Lie. But I really think it exemplifies who these people are. It says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And they really do, they go together. I'd like to thank all of them for what they do to make our city shine. I'm not forgetting our elected officials here. I have worked with many council members over the years. I started as a council person in 1991, so it's 24 years. So I've worked with council members as both a council member and a mayor. And I know one thing for sure, the city always runs better when people work together as a team. I have worked with people who have deadlocked progress, and I have worked with people who have championed progress. The councils who have championed progress and new ideas have formed strong partnerships and important business alliances with agencies such as Summit Metro Parks, Kent State University. We have Sue Emmons here today and Scott Swan from Kent State University. We're happy to have you here today. With the Cleveland Clinic, with University Health Hospital Systems, with so many of these fine organizations that we deal with on a daily basis. Also organizations that have invested in the city's commercial, industrial, and residential development. Forest City, Geist Construction, Whitlatch, Consolo, Pulte, Ryan Homes, Heritage Development. All of these organizations brought commercial and residential and industrial development and progress to the city of Twinsburg. And of course, again, the owners and the developers of Cornerstone Business Park, Twinsburg Industrial Properties. Council members have worked to enhance life in the city through things like the purchase of Glen Eagles Golf Course and the purchase of the 900-acre Liberty Park. They have connected our lives through our parks and recreation and our trails, our bike paths, Laurel Trail, Hickory Trail, McTarrion Trail, Glenwood Bike Trail. They are representatives who support the senior center and the fitness programs, our day camps, safety towns, and our sport organizations. They put their positions on the line when they supported an effort to raise our income tax to get us through the closing of Chrysler. And they were successful, and they kept their word. They raised it by 0.25%, but several years later, they removed that 0.25%. But they put their jobs on the line to do that. They are representatives who supported our police officers and community when Officer Josh McTarian was killed in line of duty. They are representatives for who I have great respect. We don't always see eye to eye, but that's good, because in the end, we put aside our political differences and we usually find the best solution. I have been honored to work with many council members, but I am especially fortunate to have worked with our current council members. President Bill Fury, Vice President Bob McDermott, Gary Ceresi, who unfortunately called me a little bit earlier, was not able to attend today, Sam Scafidi, Ted Yates, Maureen Stauffer, who has to go to work very shortly here. She'll be there, Kathy, don't worry, and Seth Roden. And I have no doubt that they in turn would like to thank the Clerk of Council, Shannon Collins. Shannon has been a burst of energy in our city. She is one of those people that champions every event that comes along. She has really done an amazing job rallying the troops to put together employee lunches, and she's working very, very hard on the Cost of Freedom, along with Adele Nykaza, Angel Keefe, and Sandy Panzik. They have done an incredible job of fundraising for the Cost of Freedom, over $80,000, so nice work, gals. Okay, we're going to wrap this up with some of the community events coming up this year. Twins Day Festival, the first weekend in August. They will be celebrating their 40th festival. That's amazing. They started in 1976. And I know this is going to be a big event since it's their 40th. Also our Memorial Day Parade, the Relay for Life. Taste of Twinsburg, again, this will be on June 20th. It's our second annual. Information is at Taste of Twinsburg at twinsburg.oh.us. The Rock the Park concert series, the Josh McTarian golf outing, and our Safety Forces open house. One event that I really have to focus on very quickly is the Cost of Freedom. Twinsburg Township, Reminderville, and the Twinsburg City Schools are honored to support our local VFW Post 4929 in bringing the Cost of Freedom tribute to Twinsburg over the 4th of July weekend. This is going to be amazing. We had to wait 2 years to get in line to even bring this event to the city of Twinsburg. It is a one-of-a-kind tribute depicting honor, respect, and remembrance for our veterans and first responders. The weekend-long event will have a replica of the Vietnam Wall, the Eyes of Freedom, which is an indoor display honoring the Ohio-based Lima Company 325, the Through the Eyes Vietnam memorabilia display, a patriotic Rock the Park, where the Cleveland Pops Orchestra will be providing a patriotic program that evening, and we'll have fireworks. The entire weekend is going to be amazing. There's no cost to attend the event. We are looking for volunteers. We're also looking for more donations. You can buy a flag for $50 that will be used at the event site, but then later on you'll be able to take that flag home. So if you're interested in getting involved as a volunteer, as a donator, please let us know. It's going to be an incredible, incredible event. We're very, very proud that we're able to do this. More information on Facebook at Cost of Freedom Tribute, Twinsburg 2015. You know, when you serve in politics, somehow it just becomes a family affair. There's just no getting around it. Because sometimes I think my family even takes it more personally than I do. And they have been so supportive over the years. They're an incredible, incredible people, and I just love them all. My brother Jerry's here, my brother Tom, Jerry's wife Fran, Tom's wife Sally, my son Ryan, his wife Missy, and my daughter Sarah. I'd also like to mention my grandson Joey, who picked out his shirt and tie. He's really styling today. And my granddaughter Julia. Those are the two oldest of our 8 grandchildren. The 9th is on the way. I know that they're very happy. They got to sleep in a little bit later this morning. And they'll be going back to school though, right guys? Yeah. And my mom's not here today. This is the first state of the city that she's missing. This is my 16th and she's not here, but she's in our thoughts. Most of all, and I don't want to cry here, but I want to thank my husband, Gene. You know, he gets to hear about all the good days and all the bad days, but he's always there for me. Thank you. Love you, buddy. Okay, and I will leave you with my quote of the year, and I love this because I'm going to head in a new direction this year. A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn. Helen Keller. So thank you all for being at the 2015 State of the City address. Stay warm. It's supposed to get colder out there today. I can't believe it, but it's getting colder. I hope you have a great day, a great 2015, and happy birthday, Abraham Lincoln. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
I just want to say one thing. It would have been very easy after her administration to say I, and instead she said all of us. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Procop. If you didn't get a good glimpse of how fortunate we are to live in the city of Twinsburg and have our businesses and our homes and residences here under the leadership of Mayor Procop and all the departments, then you just didn't get the picture, because it's just wonderful to be here in the city. Thank you, Mayor. Wonderful, wonderful job. We also have a little gift for you.
Okay. Just some more flowers for you. Just on behalf of the Chamber, we thank you so much. I tell this to everybody, I tell this to you, you have been one of my biggest cheerleaders, one of the Chamber's biggest cheerleaders, and I'm truly going to miss working with you.
Oh, thank you.